Hello amazing people, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time here, hi, I am Mahtilda, and if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for listening back to watch my videos. From the title of this video, you already know how excited I am to be filming this particular video. If someone had told me by this time last year that I was going to sit down and film this video, I will actually call the person a liar, because this experience has been a long and disheartening one for me, guys. Because guys, it was a struggle. I'm not even going to lie, it was a struggle. So this video, I'll be sharing with you guys my experience, things I learned, and just to encourage you guys out there that are looking for jobs, that don't worry, this phase will pass. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and please do not forget to like, comment and subscribe, you know, all those good things. And let's get right into the video. So yeah, I'm going to first of all start from the very beginning, how I started looking for jobs and everything that went down. So I fully started looking for full-time jobs in April, May. Yeah, April, May. So I started sending out my CV. I first of all attended like a career one-on-one with my university, because universities usually have like this career sections they do with students, where they go through your CV and, you know, change one or two things, tell you the things to add and what to remove. So yeah, I had a career session with someone from my university. I already made it known to the person that okay, I'm looking for marketing roles, content executive, digital marketing, PR and branding. These are the roles I basically wanted to go into in the beginning. And so when I had a meeting with the person, he made one or two changes to my CV, told me what I needed to add. I really do not have much experience. My CV is not like jam-packed the way some people's CVs are. You see different experience for different years and stuff like that. And one of the reasons why I wanted to attend that career session with my university was because I needed to know other things I can put into my CV to make it look good and, you know, presentable. So yeah, after having that particular one-on-one session, I started applying to jobs. And then in April, May, June, I did not get any feedback. Like, nobody replied. Okay, people replied, but I was receiving unfortunately. I'm like, what's happening? What's the problem? And I was wondering if my CV was that bad. And when I got so many of, like, guys, I was getting unfortunately back to back. You know what they say, back to back? Like, you know, when you receive one, before you recover from the first unfortunately, you receive another unfortunately, you receive another unfortunately, you receive another unfortunately. So that I was just receiving, like, it was normal for me. I was just receiving unfortunately back to back until in June. Yes, it was in June. And I was tired of receiving unfortunately in my emails. Unfortunately, we cannot accept you. Unfortunately, you not move forward to the next stage and things like that. Here in the UK, there are different organizations that help Black students, Black masters or undergraduate students. They help you to, you know, get jobs. They help to provide opportunities for you. And I signed up for, I think, was it 2 or 3? Yes. And then I spoke to one of the organizations that I signed up with. I was like, okay, look, I've been applying for jobs since April, and I'm not getting any feedback. Why do you think that is happening? And he was like, okay, the thing is, when they have job openings in some organizations here in the UK, they need people to start working almost immediately. When you start, you know, sending out your CV in January, for instance, so you have to be like ready to start working full-time in February, March, April. Some companies will not want to do like 20 hours first, then from there you migrate to being a full-time employer. No, they want you to start immediately. So he was like, yeah, so that is how they operate in the UK. So if I start sending out CV in May and I graduate in January, I will not be able to work full-time until January. And I was like, okay, that's fine. And after I had that meeting with him, I stopped sending out my CV. Like, I was like, okay, since I'm going to be graduating in January, I should just chill a bit. In October, September, I will start sending out my CV. So I actually stopped sending out my CV in June. So I stayed July, August, and beginning of September, middle of September, I was free. I did not send out any CV because I was like, okay, there's really no need sending out CVs because I'm applying for full-time roles. Then when it came to September, middle of September, beginning of October, I started again with my routine. I started sending out CVs to different people. From October, I was sending out at least 2 CV every single day. Like, guys, imagine sending out applications to 2 companies every single day in a week. That is about 2 times 7 is about 14 companies. So you send out your CV to 14 companies in a week. in a month you send out applications to 28 to 30 companies, and imagine doing all these things and still not getting feedback from anybody. I continued receiving, unfortunately, in October. At this point, I was already used to, unfortunately, we cannot continue with you, or unfortunately, you not get to the next step. Something I need to tell you guys is that when it comes to like job application or job hunting here in the UK, they have like 4 or 5 stages that you have to go through first before you finally get the job. There is a stage where you send in your CV. If you pass that stage, there is a stage where they call you for like a phone interview or like a Zoom call. Yeah, so if you pass that one, then you have like what is it called again? You have like, they send you like questions to answer, different questions. They can be like math questions, reasoning, quantitative, all these questions. You will shall answer question there. So there is that particular stage. Then when you pass that stage, you will do another like phone interview or Zoom interview, and after that you either get the job or you have one more interview to do. I'm just saying this because this is like what I experienced in most of the interviews I started getting later on in my job search. So yeah, in November I started getting more positive news. In November I started scaling up to like the second stage of interview. Companies were reading my CVs, and I was going into the second stage of the interview, which I was so happy. Like the first time I got a call telling me that they really like my CV, that would I want to attend a video call, a Zoom meeting, because they usually use like Zoom. I was so excited. Like I was like, finally, because there's a difference if you're sending out your CV and nobody's getting back to you. That means your CV is the problem. But once you pass that stage of sending out your CV and people are actually calling you and getting to know you and seeing if you are going to be a fit for their company, that's a whole, like, you've made progress. Do you understand? So you really need to make sure that your CV is good and companies are calling you. So once you reach that stage where companies start calling you back, that means you're doing something good, you're doing something different. So when I did my first phone interview, so not a phone interview, it was like a video call. When I did like my first video call, guys, it was a good experience. What I learned from that video call is that when you go for interviews in this country, they love details. They love you giving them stories, not like stories, but giving them details of how your experience is going to fit into the job role. For example, if you're going for customer service role and they tell you, do you have experience in customer service? And you go there and you answer yes. That's not what they want. They don't want yes. When they ask you, do you have experience in customer service role? You be like, yes, you have experience in customer service role. You give them situations or instances where you've gained that experience. After my first Zoom call, even though I did not get that job, I was really grateful that I was able to scale through the second stage of that particular interview. Mind you guys, when I was sending out my CV, I had about 5 different CVs for different jobs. I felt that since I did like international management, I would be able to fit into any role, not any role, but any business related role. My aim was to get a job, no matter the type of job, a full-time job. I just wanted to be employed. So I had CV for digital marketing, I had CV for content executive, I had CV for social media jobs, I had CV for customer service. So I had like 5 different CVs waiting to be sent. So I'm just going to say that if you're looking for a job, try and have options to choose from, because the aim is to be employed first. See, you're looking for a job, be employed. So yes, after getting my first video call, I started getting calls from companies, and I was really happy. Like November was a good time. November, December was a really good time for me. So I was getting into second stage. Some companies I got into the third stage. There was this particular company that broke me. It's one of these top brands, and it was like a graduate role. I don't know how many steps they had for their interview, but I did the first interview, which I passed. The second one was like questions that you fill online. I passed that one. The third one was like a video talking about different things that they will ask you. I passed that one. I did not pass the fourth one. When I got the email saying that I was not successful, you guys, I think that was where the strength that I usually have whenever I'm looking for a job, the strength left my body. Like I was so weak. After that email, I did not apply for a job again for like 1 week because I was so sad. Like I was just so sad and tired because I was really hoping for that job. Like, when you're hoping for something, when you think that you're almost done with something and you're almost there, you can see something being yours, but you cannot just reach it. I was really, really sad. Like I was sad for that. After the week of being sad and not being motivated at all, I had to continue looking for jobs. I mean, the search continues. So yeah, I had to continue looking for jobs. Starting this year in January, I said to God, I beg, I really want to be employed. I really want to get a job. And I was also praying to God that I get something that I like, even though I know that at this point, anything I see, I was going to accept it. But I was also praying that hopefully I get something that I will enjoy and something that I want to do. So beginning of this year in January, as I said earlier on, I had already gone to like second stages and third stages of some job applications. So beginning of this year, I got like a customer service job. When I got that job, I was happy. At least I finally got something. I wasn't really excited to start that particular job. I did not accept the offer yet, but I got like a customer service job, and something was just like, just chill. Yeah, I mean, you're not in a hurry, just chill. I was still talking to them, and they were still asking me when will I want to resume and things like that. I was like, I was delaying because I was like, maybe something else is coming for me. I don't know what was telling me to just chill. Some people were just saying, just chill, don't be in a hurry, just calm down, calm down. Before that particular customer service job, I was already talking to my friend, and I was telling her that, okay, that's see, it looks like this job thing is not going to work. I might just have to do like support jobs, because support jobs are easier to get, all this support care and things like that. And I'm like, okay, I think I might just, you know, do support full-time, because I know that if I applied to that company, to the company that she was working with, I was going to get the job. So I was like, okay, maybe I will just have to do support full-time, because right now, I mean, bills have to be paid. I cannot continue working part-time. Not like when I'm doing part-time, they have like enough shifts. So I just needed something that I know that is constant and is fixed, and I was going to be getting paid. So I was like, okay, maybe I will just, you know, sign up with a company and they will give me like support job. So I went for the interview for the support work and I actually got it. They already sent like documents for me to process and to fill and to provide my necessary details. And in that week, I got to like the fourth stage. Was it the third or the fourth stage? And I got to like the third stage of another company, and I passed the interview. And I was like, okay, let me also hold on with this support work before I send in my details. Let me just hold on, because once I sent in my support details, I have to start work immediately. I'm like, okay, let me just hold on with the support work. So when I passed like the third stage of this company, I was so excited. After that, I had to do like a Zoom meeting with people from the organization. After the meeting, I mean, the interview went well. I think it was after 2 days, you guys, I was checking my email and I got a reply from them saying that congratulations, you passed the interview, we are offering you employment, kini. You guys, I cried. I cried, because you know what it means sending out your CV over 70 companies. I'm sure it's more than 70, it's up to 100. Imagine sending out your CV to over 70 companies and finally getting a job. And as God will have it, I got the job in something that I wanted to do. I'm a content executive and I'm really excited, and I'm grateful to God that I did not rush to like start the customer service role or any other job. I'm just really grateful, because this job hunting has really taught me that God's time is the best. Like, God's time is the best. Like, there is a bigger picture. God is planning something very good for you. During the period of looking for jobs, guys, I used to check my email every single minute. You know when you're always refreshing your email, I'm surprised that Gmail did not block me. You know when you keep refreshing your email, I was checking my email every single minute. Do you know I used to check my email by 10, 11, 12 in the night? And one day I said to myself, Matilda, the recruiter that you're waiting for, or the recruiter that is supposed to reply you, is not awake by this time. Nobody will send you any email. The first thing I do when I wake up is check my email. The last thing I do before I go to bed is to check my email. I had anxiety. Like, whenever I receive like a call on my phone with a number that is not saved, my heart will just start beating, because I know that the person at the other end of the phone is a recruiter. It's someone that wants to tell me either I was successful or not. You guys, it's a crazy experience. It's a really crazy experience, and I'm just really grateful to God, because without God I wouldn't have passed through this stage. Something else I also did, because I was trying to make my CV presentable, was I did like different courses on Google. There are different courses that you can read for that particular job that you're looking for. So yeah, just go to Google, they have like different courses that you can apply to. That is something I also did, which really helped me. I know that in the beginning I put a lot of pressure on myself, because I just started applying for jobs in April and I started in January. So I know that I put a lot of pressure on myself. But I think I won't even blame myself, because you hear people say that once you enter the UK for your masters, start looking for full-time jobs, send out your CV. So that was what I had at the back of my mind when I came to this country. You might start looking for jobs immediately and you might get something, but everybody might not be lucky. But I just want to say that this job search and job hunting in this country, it is a phase. We are definitely going to go through it, but just know that at the end of the tunnel, that there is always light at the end of the tunnel, and just pray to God, because guys, with God all things are possible. That's just basically it. Pray. That's basically my experience. I just hope that you searching for a job, you continue being motivated until you find something that you really like, and you continue to have like the strength to keep applying to jobs. Just keep applying, like send that application. Before I forget, something that really helps me with my job search is LinkedIn. LinkedIn makes it so easy for you to apply to jobs. You can turn on like different job alerts, and they have like the easier apply, which you can just send your CV and probably maybe cover letter. Most jobs don't usually require cover letter on LinkedIn, but you can just like send in your CV. And also Indeed, I turned on like different job alerts for Indeed and LinkedIn. So yeah, that is basically my whole experience. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Please do not forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll be seeing you guys in my next video. Do not forget to take care and stay safe. Bye guys.